Pitter-patter! What's that sound? Hi everyone and welcome. Have you ever been playing outside, having a great time, when all of a sudden you feel a little drop of water on your nose? And then another one, and another one?
It makes you look up at the sky and wonder, right? Where is all this water even coming from? Is there a giant water faucet in the clouds? Well, today, you and I are going on an amazing adventure to find out exactly how rain happens.
To understand this whole big story, we're going to follow a teeny tiny hero, a single drop of water. Let's give her a name. How about Dot? Okay, so Dot lives in the huge, sparkling ocean with millions and zillions of her water droplet friends.
One beautiful morning, the big, warm sun came out to say hello. Its bright, sunny rays shone all the way down into the ocean, and Dot could feel the water all around her getting nice and cozy.
All that warmth from the sun gave Dot this really funny, floaty feeling. She started to feel super light. And then, poof! Just like magic, she wasn't a liquid water droplet anymore. She turned into something invisible called water vapor and started to float up, rising high into the sky.
Now this amazing trick has a special science name. It's called evaporation. And it doesn't just happen in the ocean. The sun is doing this all the time to the water in rivers, in lakes, and even in those little puddles you see after it rains. All that water is floating up as vapor, even though we can't see it.
Okay, so our friend Dot is now a tiny, invisible bit of water vapor, floating higher and higher into the air. But her adventure is just getting started. What do you think happens next?
Well, as Dot got higher and higher, things started to get really cold. All of her water vapor friends were feeling chilly too. So what do you do when you get cold? You huddle together, right? That's exactly what they did. They all had a big group hug way up in the sky to stay warm.
And during that big group hug, something amazing happened. The cold air made all that invisible vapor change back into tiny little water droplets that you can actually see. This part of the journey, the huddling together part, is called condensation.
Now just imagine, not just a few friends, but billions and billions of these brand new little droplets all holding hands. Way up there. What do you think they make when they all get together? You got it. They form a big, white, fluffy cloud.
So now Dot is having a great time hanging out in her brand new cloud home, just floating around with the wind. But the cloud party is about to get a whole lot bigger.
More and more water vapor friends keep coming up from below to join the party, and the cloud starts getting bigger and heavier and heavier. All those little droplets inside start bumping into each other and joining together, growing into much bigger drops. You can even see the cloud change from a happy, fluffy white to a dark and heavy gray.
Finally, the cloud gets so full and so heavy, it just can't hold on to all that water anymore. Think of it like a water balloon that you've filled with way too much water. You know it's about to pop. And whoosh! Down she comes. Dot, who is now part of a big, heavy raindrop, falls all the way from her cloud home back down to Earth. This part of her amazing journey is called precipitation, but we know it better as rain. So Dot makes it all the way back to the ground. That rainwater flows into little streams, the streams flow into big rivers, and the rivers flow all the way back to the ocean where she started. And then, the sun comes out and the whole journey begins all over again. This amazing, never-ending trip is called the water cycle, and it's happening all day, every day, all around our world.
Wow, so now we know the amazing journey of how rain happens. But you know what? Rain has a few more cool secrets to share. Are you ready for a couple of fun facts? Okay, first question. Have you ever noticed that fresh, earthy smell right when the rain is about to start? It's one of my favorite smells. But what is it? Does the water itself have a smell?
Believe it or not, that smell doesn't come from the rain at all. It actually comes from the ground. There are tiny helpful things called bacteria living in the soil, and when raindrops hit the dry ground, they release this wonderful smell into the air. And this smell has a really cool name. It's called Petrichor.
Okay, here's another secret. What's one of the most beautiful things that can happen right after it rains? For me, it's seeing a colorful rainbow stretching across the whole sky. But how does that even happen?
It's like a magic trick with light and water. A rainbow happens when the sun peeks out while there are still lots of tiny raindrops floating in the air.
The sunlight shines through each of those little raindrops, and every drop acts like a tiny prism. It bends the light and splits it into all of its beautiful colors: red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet.
So there you have it, the incredible, super long adventure of a single water droplet. All the way from the ocean up into the sky to become a cloud, and then all the way back down to us as rain. It's a journey that gives our entire planet all the water it needs to live and grow.
So the next time you feel a cool raindrop on your hand, you'll know all about the amazing journey it took just to get to you. Don't forget to follow and hit the notification bell so you can hear new stories first. Thanks for exploring with me today.